The foreign ministers of South Korea, the US and Japan met for the second time in less than a month on Sunday to discuss the US Secretary of State's third visit to North Korea. They confirmed Pyongyang's willingness to denuclearize, but the sanctions on the regime should remain in place for now. Our EG1 starts us off.
U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that on his third trip to Pyongyang on Friday and Saturday, he and officials there reaffirmed North Korea's willingness to denuclearize. But he said until that happens, economic sanctions on the regime will remain in place. The secretary was speaking Sunday at a joint press conference in Tokyo after meeting with his South Korean and Japanese counterparts Kyung-wha and Taro, with whom he shared the results of his North Korea trip.
But first, let me make clear, North Korea reaffirmed its commitment to complete denuclearization. We had detailed and substantive discussions about the next steps towards a fully verified and complete denuclearization.
He also said that the two sides had lengthy discussions about what complete denuclearization means. The North, he said, acknowledged that the scope of the process is broad, but it did not challenge the notion that it has to denuclearize completely. The North Koreans also reportedly understand that denuclearization makes no sense in the absence of verification, and that verification will happen. Pompeo indicated that there has been progress, but progress alone, he said, does not justify relaxing the existing sanctions.
We need to work on those efforts simultaneously. And so it is absolutely the case that there are places where there will be things that take place along the way that help achieve the security assurances that the North Koreans need and improvement in the peaceful relations between our two countries during the time that denuclearization is taking place. But the economic sanctions are a different kettle of fish altogether.
Pompeo said the world will see continued enforcement efforts by the United States and stressed that all nations need to fully implement the UN security resolutions until final, fully verified denuclearization occurs. This is seen as a message to North Korea's closest allies, China and Russia, who have recently loosened their grip on Pyongyang. Pompeo was asked about North Korea saying that it's disappointed with the talks because of unilateral gangster-like demands from the U.S., to which he said that if those requests were gangster-like, then the world must be a gangster because denuclearization is what the UN Security Council has agreed on. South Korea's Foreign Minister Kyung-wha saw Pompeo's visit to the North as the first step in moving towards the goals set by their leaders, and she promised Seoul's cooperation.
And we expect these to be followed up by further constructive and productive negotiations between the U.S. and North Korea, and the Republic of Korea stands ready to provide whatever assistance is needed to move the dialogue along.
The three foreign ministers also confirmed their ironclad commitment to achieving their shared goal of completely ridding the North of its nuclear program. 이지원, 아리랑 뉴스.